Do you want to try your phone? I can't hear you. Hello, and welcome to the Necromancer Live Show. I am your host, Justin Brown, and on this show, paranormal researchers are interviewed by paranormal researchers in the attempt to not only get to know each other a little bit more, but to learn and support each other as well. Tonight, we have another awesome guest. I've been waiting to speak with her in length, and tonight we get to do so. I'm going to bring her onto the show. What is up, Nicole Novelle? How are you tonight?
I am good. How are you?
I'm sick. I'm going to be honest. I'm always honest. I've had a little bit of bronchitis, but I'm well enough to have a chat with you tonight, and hopefully, it'll be good, and everybody will, get over me not being so energetic. So,
I understand totally.
I've been wanting to talk with you for a long time. You are extremely busy when it comes to paranormal research. You are like huge into live streaming. Let's start off this interview by letting the viewers know why is it that you are so obsessed with the paranormal. Let them know why in the most personal way you can think of. Why you do what you do in the paranormal field.
Well, that's pretty easy. I've actually always been into the paranormal. I actually had an experience as a child that was rather profound,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me, a long time trying to figure it out as a child because, of course, not everyone in the house was having experiences. So for me, it was, trying to figure it out for myself. So I was putting flour. I was like a parent's worst nightmare. Spreading flour, even sugar, which obviously is not a good idea. Um, what else? Taping things, like scotch tape over things, just anything I could get my hands on and drive my parents nuts with, really trying to prove that I wasn't nuts. Um, I don't know that all of those attempts really helped in that, really, in all honesty, because quite honestly, I think my parents thought I was even more crazy, probably. But well, later on, I actually had my validation or my awesome experience. I told you so moment when my mother had seen the person that I had seen. So that was pretty awesome, and that was kind of my childhood. But then as I got a little bit older, I got more into voice instead of the paranormal. But then my son's father passed away, and it kind of tossed me right back into my interest into the paranormal.
Interesting. We're having a couple technical difficulties right off the get go. They're having a hard time hearing you, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. So just give me a second.
Okay.
I'm checking some settings here, and let me. You guys on YouTube, can you hear her at all, or is it just low? Can you let me know in the comments, please? Okay, because I'm definitely not seeing you come across my software. And when I played it live, I knew I was going to have to deal with this stuff. I usually always do. Let's see here. Broadcasting settings look good. Audio. Um, that looks good. Hmm. I do. Yeah. Just bear with us, guys. They said that you're very low, so I don't know.
Down a little bit more.
Let me know, guys, if when she pulled the mic down that it's better. And I did realize on Facebook it stopped streaming altogether for some reason, and I don't know why.
How about now, everyone?
Yeah, let us know. Very low. Okay. Um, I tell you what. I'm gonna go on Facebook to see what's going on Facebook. I'm sorry, Nikki. This usually doesn't happen.
Totally okay.
This usually doesn't happen, but I'm going to figure it out here real soon.
All good.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see if. Yeah, that's not working on Facebook there. Okay, yeah, that is not working at all. So I'm going to have to stop streaming here on Facebook, and we're going to have to start a new stream on Facebook, I think, but we're going to have to figure out the audio problems on YouTube as well. Okay, let's see here. What can we do?
I boosted mine up incredibly high. I don't know if that helped.
Okay, all right, folks, just bear with us. I'm going to see if I can get this fixed. Um, we'll go into settings here. We'll go to audio. It's not giving me any options for desktop audio. Here, let's see here. Desktop audio device, default, apply. Okay. Go ahead and talk for me again.
Hello, 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 hello.
That didn't do anything. Wow. Desktop audio device. No, still very low. Okay, guys, I'm going to try my darnest to fix this problem. I don't see.
I can yell.
I'll try to. I don't think that's going to do anything. Streaming service path, audio automatically. I'm trying, guys, but the software I'm using is old for YouTube and it's not letting me do anything for the audio. And I don't know why. This is really frustrating. Really, really.
Technology is not our friend.
Well, I had this problem last week when I stream on both YouTube and Facebook. Sometimes my Facebook live feed stream will flake out on me, and I don't know why that happens. So at least I can get the Facebook one started again. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to test this, so I'm gonna have a problem with the next guest. I've been really wanting to stream on both platforms, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So we'll try to get you back. We'll try to get the show back up on Facebook here.
Alright.
All right. Copy the stream key. Settings. Stream. Paste. Apply. Okay. Okay. Next. We're going to try to do something here in live video, and just bear with us, guys. I'm sorry. It's going to take me a couple minutes, but I can get it back up on Facebook at least. But we don't know if it's going to sound very good on YouTube, so just bear with me here. We'll get us all copied and pasted over so we can get it on the go. Okay, we'll try this. We'll start streaming here. We'll go to standby again here real quick on Facebook. We'll wait for, yep, we're getting a preview. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, it's frustrating when things don't go right. It is frustrating indeed.
Feeling, because I think as many live feeds as I do, I run into it quite frequently.
It's a bummer, huh?
It is.
Okay.
Run into it quite frequently.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, it's starting up again. I just started the intro, so once that gets over, I'm going to reintroduce the show on Facebook, and then we'll try to figure out the audio problem because I don't have an audio problem whatsoever on the Facebook one, so that's very odd. Very odd indeed. So YouTube, just stand by with us real quick, and we'll get back to that. Let's see here. A couple more seconds. All right, guys. Well, the Facebook Live portion of this show went bonkers, so I'm going to have to restart again. Thank you and welcome to the Necromancer Live Show. I'm your host, Justin Brown, and thanks for sticking with us through all the technical difficulties. I have a great guest that I'm trying to talk to tonight. We're going to bring her over. Her name is Nicole Novelle. I want to get to know her as much as possible. So, Nicole, why don't you start off by telling the viewers who you are, where you're from, and why you're so obsessed with the paranormal, because you just do so much, and it's very interesting to know why.
Okay, well, my name is Nicole Novelle, and I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and I am, yes, obsessed with the paranormal. I have to say that, I had experiences as a child that drew me in even more so, I guess, than probably most. I saw a woman, and I wanted my parents to understand that I wasn't crazy, and I really did see this lady. And they, of course, didn't think I was sane. So I was breaking out things like flour, sugar. Don't ever do sugar, guys. Flour is really messy too. Baby powder is a bad idea unless you have permission. Um, but the way I used it, boy, that was not a good idea. Um, I would use Scotch tape to put over top of doors and drawers and everything. I just had to. I knew I wasn't crazy, and
Hmm.
I received validation a little bit later on. Obviously, it was actually quite a bit later on. It felt like, but my mom saw the woman, so finally I had that validation. But then at that point, I kind of started getting into boys, and kind of forgot my ghostly friends, and then it happened. But then my son's father passed away. And I guess that kind of set me right back into the paranormal because obviously I wanted to communicate with him if I could. And I wanted to just have that, continue to attempt to have that connection with him. And I just had things that he left, abruptly. It was a car accident. So I didn't get to say goodbye. And, I just so many things left unsaid, and I wanted to be able to have that opportunity. So,
Right, I totally understand that. And is that what got you started? Did you know at that point that you were going to be so entrenched and obsessed with, dealing with or trying to research paranormal phenomena?
my mom said she figured it was a no-brainer considering my interest as a child. Um, I, never in a million years would I think that I would be doing what I'm doing right now.
Right.
I love what I'm doing, but I never ever even thought I could do this. Not to where I'm going to the places that I've had the opportunity to go, and I mean, I really do live paranormal.
Yes, you do. And you do a lot of live streaming. You're known for that. Is there a reason why you do that? Is that just something you chose, to do when the technology and resources were available to you, or is there another reason why you do that?
There's lots of reasons, actually. I'm so glad you asked because for me, I love the opportunity for getting people who might not necessarily, they have an interest in the paranormal, but they're not ready to necessarily go do a group, public investigation. And they're not ready to necessarily go get some t shirts printed and have their own team. Um, and it allows people to kind of get their foot kind of a little wet, I guess, more so than just watching something on TV. Because I try to make my streams interactive whenever possible.
Hmm.
Um, I like to have that opportunity to do that. I like to have the other people who are watching become a part of the investigation by I leave the space, I leave everything running, and I leave. So the contamination and whomever is with me, if there is anyone, I'm like, we gotta go. We're out of
Hmm.
here. And we leave the space, and it's truly left to them to be able to monitor what's happening. And I think that, that's something that's very important because we are out of there. And I'm not kidding. When I say we're out, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get people to actually leave the space. But I will pull teeth if necessary. I want to give people that opportunity to see the space without us in it. I think it's really important. It rules out some of the things that perhaps shadows we're creating and things of that sort. I love the help reviewing because as many places as I get to, I really enjoy the help. To be
Right.
honest with you, it's fantastic. Um, but there's just so many more reasons. I really love the opportunity to share, the investigations with everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I agree all, with all the things you said. And one of the things, I don't know if you mentioned, I'm multitasking here, but if you did, I apologize. There's a lot of fakery in the paranormal field, and there's a lot of editing going on. So, isn't it great that people, not only can they see it live when it happens, that it's much harder to fake things. It's much more genuine. Do you agree with that?
Well, oh, totally. Because you know what? And I saw a post that someone had made, and they were like, "What is with all these people doing Facebook Live? Do they really feel like that makes them relevant, or something like? Are they feeling irrelevant? Whatever it was." And I'm like, "Oh, I was actually looking at my phone while driving. I know, naughty, naughty, but I was on my way home from a location, and I saw this, and it infuriated me because I'm like." Do you really think that like it's easy to do going live from some of these places and the technical difficulties that you run into. And trust me, people are not naive.
No.
I have been called every name under the sun. I have dealt with all sorts of, really not wonderful things. And I'm just like, investing my butt here. And, you're ripping me apart. But the guy said that he would rather have a condensed version of everything smushed together for his viewing pleasure. Well, that's all well and good, but I'm sorry. There's a lot of opportunity for people to doctor their stuff, and I am not one of those people. As a matter of fact, I am not at all creative. Like, when it comes to anything, like, I couldn't fake anything. I'm just not creative enough. Sorry, guys. And with me, you're getting the real deal. So, my whole philosophy is if you don't like live streams, then don't watch. Easy enough.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And you're not gonna please everybody. Is
Yeah, I've given up on that.
but I think the coolest part is if something happens, they'll see it. But I think it's very important for people to know that may not be experienced or know, what is involved in paranormal research. Real paranormal research is a whole lot of nothing.
Yes, thank you. There's so many people who, they see all the shows on TV and everything is beautifully put together and condensed. So you've got a nice 42, if it's an hour long, a 42-minute segment, of back to back, boom, 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 paranormal activity. That's great. But this is the real world. Just because we go and we bring all of our equipment and perhaps we drive 17 hours does not mean that anything's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And then you go home and you review. And if you're crazy like me, you have like, oh my god, and now I don't even know how many cameras, well over 20. I have all these audio recorders and I'm by myself. I don't have a team to review for me. So it takes me quite a while. But, I have to review all that. When I'm there and actually felt like I had absolutely nothing happen, and then I think about all those files I have to review, I'm like, oh, great.
You're overwhelmed.
You have to do it. Right. Instantly overwhelmed. And I'm like, why do I do this to myself? But I love it. I complain about it a lot, but I love it.
Well, I think it's clear that you love it because people don't do it, as much as you do, and are able to keep going at that rate. And what I'm going to ask you next is pretty interesting. Do you work with other teams? I see you work sometimes with Rob. I mean, how often do you work with Rob, and how often do you work with other teams?
I work with Rob quite a bit because I guess we are live paranormal, along with all of our, show hosts and people who join us. But I take every opportunity that I can to work with each and every person. And that's one of the reasons I'm not on a team, is because a lot of teams, at least that I, I was a part of a team once. Let's not go there. That was traumatic, and I need therapy because of it. But if there was a lot of dictatorship, there was a lot of you can't work with this person, you can't work with that person, and I'm sorry, but no one is going to tell me who I can or cannot work with. I want to work with everyone because you learn something from each and every person in each and every team you work with. You might learn something that you want to start implementing. You might learn what not to do.
Right.
Each and every one of them, experiences and things you pick up are very, very important, and they're just so, so important. So people who, close themselves off and they only investigate with X, Y, and Z are not really getting the opportunity to learn different methodologies and techniques and theories, and I think they should.
Right.
It's awesome.
You do a radio show as well, right?
Yes,
How often do you do that? Regularly or?
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be weekly on Tuesdays at 10:30, Paranormal Spotlight Radio. I also produce some of the radio shows on Live Paranormal, and I also host Supercon Radio, which actually is supposed to be happening right now.
Oh, really?
Tonight. Not tonight. Yeah.
It's not my fault, is it?
Well, no,
Right.
actually, I started it back up, and then
You
I said I have an obligation.
do. Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. We're responsible for. Oh, I have the
I don't doubt that you're at a location right now, Nicole. I seen you live streaming earlier, and I'm just like I'm wondering is she gonna talk to me from the location? I bet she does.
Yeah, I have to work with bringing absolutely everything I have. I feel like when I leave the house, it's pretty ridiculous. My family said I need a tractor trailer for all my equipment, and I always think like I practically bring the kitchen sink because I'm like, what might I need? What might I need? And I try to make sure I have everything, like the Bluetooth headset. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, hold on, let me get it, and I bend over and there it is.
Yep,
You just have to be prepared for everything.
that's right. I'm gonna try to switch these settings back and forth to see if that'll work, but I doubt it will. All right, well, YouTube, you sound almost non-existent, but Facebook, you sound great. So we're just going to continue with the show and just deal with it. You bring a lot of gear. Like, is it mostly just the live stream? Is it paranormal tools to try to capture evidence? What is all the things that you bring?
A lot of people don't even see everything that I bring. I bring a lot of REM pods. I bring a lot of audio recorders. I bring a lot of cameras. A whole bunch of tripods. I use anything I can get my hands on to try to use during investigations, whether it be live streaming or whether I'm just investigating without a live stream running. Um, a lot of times, some of it I feel like I could blow the dust off of it because it just doesn't get broken out. Um, but some of it I go, why did I bring that again? But I like to give everything a chance, and sometimes even something that I'll feel like is just not the device for me. I'm like, let me give it a try here. Maybe it's where I've been trying to use it. So I kind of bring a little bit of everything. Um,
Right. Are you afraid that you'll just forget something if you don't bring it all?
I've had that happen. I love when I'm told to pack light. Okay, me packing light is still a complete SUV full of stuff, and it's always what I decided that I don't need. Oh, I'll never need like all those cords. And
Right.
that's when someone goes, "Do you have this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I go, "No, I was told to pack light." And then I'm like, "Ah," because it just frustrates me because I know I have it all, and if I don't have it, I'm gonna run to the closest place I can to get it. And sometimes when I've been streaming from a location, that has meant driving to another state to get what I needed, and with a really unreasonable amount of time, somehow make it back to do either a radio show or to do a stream, and
Well,
I
you
pulled it off.
right. Your logistics has got to be very well managed. Do you manage all that yourself? Do you have someone help you? How difficult is it to stay on task, do everything on time, and how far ahead do you have to schedule things to keep it going?
um, it depends on where I'm going. The road trip this summer that I did with my friend Jenna, Rob from Live Paranormal was nice enough to, get these locations lined up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was very, very difficult to work with, I'm going to say, because I was like, they have to make sense gas wise. Okay?
Right.
I was very, very like, because I am unemployed, guys. And guess what? The paranormal does not pay. My equipment, I buy it. Okay? My batteries, I buy them. I wish that, I had an equipment fairy, and I wish I had a battery fairy, and I wish I had a magical, gas card. But that's not the case, so I go without meals sometimes just so I can keep going and doing all this fun stuff. And, um, I was very, very anal about my path. I said, I cannot go, I'm not going all the way over here if I'm going to be passing this place, this place, this place. I want it to make sense strategically. And he doesn't get that. He's just like, what do you mean? And I was like, I want it to make sense. I don't want to waste a lot of gas and a lot of time going, all these different places when I could make it make sense. And, that doesn't always work when you're working with locations necessarily, their availability. And, we worked it out though. It wasn't too bad.
Well, good. Real quick. Jen Berman says we were legit like homeless people for 18 days.
It's true. It's true. I am not above sleeping in a Walmart parking lot with a towel over, my my window to my visor on my car, trying to block, anybody from seeing me with my mouth gaping open, drooling and snoring or something in the parking lot. I have brushed my teeth while running down the road outside of my car after a dog that was going to get hit, and I looked like a weirdo with toothpaste running down my face, I'm sure. And, that's life on the road. It's not pretty, that's for sure.
Um, Everything that you've been saying is been clarifying all my questions, and I just see you just completely, living on the road, almost like a tour, like a musician on tour. And I want everyone to understand. I know you look fresh right now. You're smiling and everything. Let everyone know how hard is it you work? What does it really mean to you? What are you trying to do really? I mean, this can't be fun all the time.
It's not. And honestly, I have been so frustrated. And I'm sure anyone who's seen my Facebook lately is like, what in the world is wrong with this girl? I've been told you must have an attachment. I've been told, oh, you need to go to church. Um, you know, it really, you have to love the paranormal to do this. The way that I'm doing it is nuts. I admit. Like, and I've had my own family. It's like you're where? Where are you going? I mean, when I've been in Iowa, they think I'm in Utah. When I'm in Seattle, they think I'm in California. Like, they don't even know. They can't keep up. Um, they're just patient, and I'm very blessed in that respect. But I, I love what I do. I love investigating,
What
and I want to help people feel comfortable in their houses. When I do residentials, a lot of it for me is to answer their questions. I know what it's like to be that kid who had something happening, who didn't have anyone who was necessarily believing them, and just kind of going, okay, crazy. Um, I've had lots of things happen in my house, and people who live here are like, sure. Until they had it happen to them, which was, again, one of those validating I told you so's.
hmm
But a lot of people don't always get to have that I told you so, and I want people to understand they're not alone, go in and help those people who are going, hey, I'm having this stuff happen. The rest of my family isn't necessarily admitting that they're having it happen, or they're scared. And I want to help them feel comfortable in their house. They can coexist with most paranormal entities. If it's something that is grumpy, I understand demons are not all that common.
right.
So there's not a whole need to like run out of your house and be like, oh my goodness, the demons are there. Um, because they're just not all that common. So, you can coexist. And it's important to figure that out and understand that.
Right, I agree 100%. Now, we have talked a little bit about, trying to bring some reality and authenticity to the work you do through your live streams and how you do it and how you approach it. What is it have you learned in all of what you do? What have you learned, over the course of trial and error? What have you improved? What can you tell these viewers that, you were wrong about in the beginning, but now you're starting to see the light sort of thing?
So many things. I always say that, okay, I like this Sony recorder today.
Okay.
That does not mean a week from now I might have figured out something wrong with it and decided that I no longer care to use it. Um, I thought that this was the most amazing thing in the world. It was the best thing since sliced bread. And perhaps over time and using it and learning more about it in the field or finding out more information from other people's research and stuff, that I no longer wish to use it. There's been different types of applications and things of that sort that, I have been into in the past that I'm no longer willing to use.
Why?
Um, I've ruled them out. I've sat and I have listened to them, or I have done more and more research, and other people have done more research and found that what we were told from the beginning as to um, the core of the application was not necessarily untampered with, if you will.
Okay, so the legitimacy of the
Pointy fingers.
well, let's. Everybody's entitled to their opinions and their own methodology, but what I really like to talk to people about is why they put things away, what their opinions are about these things without, saying anybody's stupid or causing disrespect. I just want to know your, and a very objective opinion about it.
Yes. I try not to step on any toes. Um, there is a particular device that a lot of people were jumping on the bandwagon of purchasing from someone who's rather well known in the paranormal. Um, and I will not use that said device. Um, reason being, I think that there's so many people who are creating things that are they're upcharging people to a ridiculous degree and making it completely unreasonable for the average paranormal investigator who, once again, if you're like me, you're broke, okay? You
Mm-hmm.
have to, put your own money out here. It's a lot of money at the end of the day when you look at everything. And when you're charging thousands of dollars for certain types of attempts at spirit communication, I just can't swallow that. And that if you can use or make that same device for $325 versus paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for it, I'm not going to stand behind the one that is branded per se. And quite honestly, I don't even care to use the other because I think it confuses people and makes them think that you are using that three, four, $5,000 device, 12,000 sometimes. I just can't. I just can't because that's not reasonable. That's not something that everyone is able to even put some money aside for a little bit of time. The results with it, I I can't even go there.
Well, that's fine. I'm glad we're talking about this real quick, and I want our listeners to understand where you are coming from. And, I completely agree with you, and I support you 100%. Now, what she's vaguely touching on, I'm going to elaborate a little bit on. She's talking about ITC devices, and the ones that are hitting the mainstream are things like the GeoBox, the SED1, the Portal, a lot of the apps that are out there using banks and IP sweeps and stuff like that. It started with the EchoVox, and now it's gone all the way up to the Portal and the GeoBox type devices. And like you said, they do run high. They rely on TV shows and other, celebrity like people in the paranormal field to jack up those prices to profit and capitalize on what kind of money can be made from those things. And it's not, I don't think it's necessarily bad that you get money from something if it's worth that. And I think we're both in agreement that they're not worth that. And the reason I don't think they are is there's no way you can validate anything that they claim that they do. And the way that they use them is not ethical. A lot of people use them to contact celebrities right after they die.
That's another pet peeve of mine.
And we're going to fight that, Nicole. People like us are going to fight that. And on the show, we do not condone that. And the reason that is, it's horseshit. I'm going to tell everybody right now.
It is called, they are using a celebrity's death to tag their videos to get more views, and it's wrong. They are using the death of someone well known in order to make themselves more popular, to get more views, get more likes, get more subscribers, whatever, and it's trash. It is wrong. It is so ugly, and oh, the things I want to say.
But it's interesting that people latch onto that and they're so willing to believe and follow along with that. Why do you think that is?
Because it's naive. I mean, okay, so, when you think about the validity of any type of response that they might get, oh my goodness, we got his name. Well, guess what? He just died. He's well known, and odds are you're going to turn on AM or FM radio or any internet radio. Everyone's talking about it. So, I'm sorry, but that's not at all bad. He was in this movie. That's great. Don't you think they're going through, like, when they're talking about this person, they're referencing some of the masterpieces that they were a part of or what have you? I'm sorry, but that's complete and utter crap. And the fact that, people look up to these individuals because of their successful communications with these people. And, well, if they're using this, whatever device, okay, then I can communicate with my loved one with that. So I'm going to pay $12,000 because I am so eager to communicate with my loved one that I will, take my clean out my savings account to be able to do that because I want to talk to them so bad. I've been that person who wanted to talk to their loved one so bad. And you know what? I don't care if you buy something $12,000 or $2. If they want to communicate with you, they will. And whether it's through a freaking box fan, if it's through whatever, they're going to communicate with you. You don't have to spend $12,000 to have communication.
Amen.
And it's just like so trashy and wrong and just it gets me really angry. Like I just want to, because it's not right.
Well, I agree. And another thing I'd like to add to what you're saying is there's so many people that are so obsessed with celebrities and pop culture and the whole sensationalism and, shall we say, the entertainment, way people, deal with certain things. Like the paranormal pop culture right now is still strong. I mean, there's still shows being picked up, new shows being picked up. Ghost Adventures are in their, ninth trillionth season or whatever. It's not showing any signs of dying down yet, and there's people still trying to cash in. And then you have historical places who are struggling to fund the restoration and keep those places from not being bulldozed and turned into parking lots or whatever. So there's also a complex issue with that, and the ethics get dragged in with, what is right or wrong about how they generate revenue from the paranormal field. And I think that as long as everybody at the end of the day just does what's right and tries to stay authentic and tries to stay honest, that we're all good. And Nicole, I much rather see somebody who's sleeping in their car wearing the same clothes from 3 days, trying to figure out the mysteries of the universe, than somebody on TV that looks fresh as hell and said they've been in this place for 3 days.
I've been locked in this location for 72 hours was my security disclaimer right there.
Yep.
I love when, they bring us, our food. Guess what? I have been in locations where I have been lucky to have a Slim Jim to last me for 2 days, and that's not at all appetizing, but that's what you've got. And, I have kids. I have to support my children. Obviously, they come first. Um, I've got to feed them, got to make them happy, buy them all their things that they want, which is endless. But, at the end of the day, when I put that little bit of money aside for myself, there's times when I'm puts into the gas, station, hoping I'm going to make it so I can get home, and it's not fun to be in the middle of the summer, living essentially in your car, sleeping in the parking lot, only because the person you're with, poor Jenna, I have narcolepsy, and I have to take medication, which I'm very good about taking my medicine.
Oh boy.
And when you push it, for as many days as I tend to do it, that's not cool. So she kind of was sitting there keeping an eye on me, and I'm driving, and I kind of nodded off a little, and I caught it. I went, oh boy, that's not good. And I said, did you see that? And she goes, well, what do you mean? Yeah, I saw it. I saw the dinosaur. I knew it was time to pull over soon. Like ASAP, like next exit, I hope there's a Walmart because you can boondock in Walmart parking lots. There's a whole list of them where you can actually go sleep in their parking lot and they won't call the cops on you. It's fantastic.
Right.
When you are a poor paranormal investigator who does as many different types of places as I do, you don't have the luxury of hotels. If I can sleep in the location, I am all about it. And it does not have to have power. It does not have to have water or a bathroom. And, that's being a girl. And it's
I
actually
bet.
harder being a girl than it is being a guy in that respect. But, you know, we stunk. Okay? If you go without a shower and we're like, oh my goodness, this is not okay. Like, we stink. And of course, we sprung for getting a shower. I know Josh Bender and Corey and John got to witness me at the at the Axe Murder House attempting to wash my hair in the back sink, which has a clearance of about 2 inches. And I had to yell for help, and they were all kind of like, who's going to go in there? Like, she's got the door shut. She's a girl. What's going on?
I can see you trying to wash your hair and Josh trying to wash his beard at the same time in the same sink.
It was so I did it. I was like, there's nowhere I won't go. There's nothing I won't do. I will figure it out. I will make it work. Now, don't be bringing my makeup with me because I am vain. But you know what? I will make it work.
That's right, and that's cool. It takes that type of mindset and that kind of determination to do, real work in the field. And you know as well as I do that if you're going to do it, you might as well just do it right and
Go all the way.
go all the way, right? Let's shift gears real quick. I know you do some ITC work, and we love to talk about on the that type of thing on the show. So, what is your favorite method of ITC? What devices do you use? What have you found that works for you, and how do you try to validate the theories behind what may be causing them to work?
Well, I have a collection of ghost boxes. Not quite as extensive as, Steve Holte or as Rob and Terry from Ashmore Estates has an amazing collection. Corey's got quite a collection. Um, I have actually got some of Corey's boxes, which I thank you very much for. Um, Without him, I don't know what I'd do when it came to ITC. I had some before, but he has really, truly been like my ITC godfather. Um, I, I love ITC because it is something that I feel because if I'm using traditional radios, I do have the opportunity a lot of times to debunk some of my own findings by going through and listening to some of the. I use a lot of AM, primarily AM, really. But to go through some of the local radio and to listen for what repeats. So if I keep getting, um, I don't know, say battery, the word battery, okay, over and over and over again, I go through and I check the AM channels to listen to see if there's, for some reason, a local channel that has a message that repeats. A lot of times they will have a message that they'll, especially some of the smaller towns that'll be an AM station, say this message will repeat. Sometimes they say some of the weirdest things on there. They have their call letters for their stations. And quite honestly, there's not as many AM stations as there is FM. So you can go through a list of the local radio bandwidth area you should be picking up. Obviously, you have to rule out some things, okay? ITC, if you're using traditional radios, if I am getting, um, say it's inauguration day, okay, and I keep getting Trump, or even Trump really in general anymore,
Right.
I often don't, include that. I try not to ask questions involving that. I know sometimes people run with do, um, because I just can't deem whether my answer is truly from the spirit world versus picking up on radio frequencies. There's other ways to go through because of the beautiful internet. You do have the ability to go back after the fact sometimes and do a little bit more research in your findings. Of course, that takes a lot more time. Um, I don't believe 100% that, oh my goodness, it's your Uncle Timmy coming through, and here's why. He told me he's your Uncle Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to be better than that to be. And you're going to have to do it multiple times in order for me to be able to truly feel as though I had a truly intelligent communication to spirit guides.
Why is it that you use AM?
I use AM because I don't like the a number of FM stations a lot of times. A lot of times there's a lot more of them. I do have one box that only does FM, and I'm still learning my way around with that one. I just acquired that one, so when I use something, oftentimes I will mess with it at home. I will leave it running and leave it running and leave it running and just listen. I will follow the sweep rates. I love things with the digital display, so I can actually see the sweep and I can reference if I keep getting something that around a certain point. I at times will rule out or say anything from this particular time period right here, and I'll call it out and go no, because I feel like it's holding a little bit longer for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't use that. I don't like the music coming through. Uh, it's often really just cluttered, I feel.
Yeah, that could definitely could be true. Depends on where you are and what the stations are. There's another reason why I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but AM stands for amplitude modulation, and the reason why they switched to FM, which is frequency modulation, is because stuff like lightning storms and other electromagnetic interference made listening, excuse me, to AM problematic when it comes to interference. So if the theory is electromagnetic frequencies are in fact manipulating the radio transmissions, AM is much more susceptible to that. So if you ever take an AM radio and shove it up against your REM antenna, you will hear that modulation. It's very evident. So I like using AM for that reason, primarily in my research. And sometimes I'll just leave it set to one station. I won't sweep and just let the white noise go.
Yeah, I've done that as well. As for other forms of spirit communication using devices, I do like Echo Box. I have had full sentences come through. Um, if you sit and listen to Echo Box, uh, uh, when you get Angel of Genocide out of that, you kind of go, okay. Um, it's not one that has the pre-populated word bank.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like when you're using your iObulus on your iPhone and it's coming through and it's saying, robbery, bear, um, Thigh Master, as the one sounds like it says, which I swear to God drives me crazy because it literally sounds like it says Thigh Master.
Right.
Um,
That's pretty funny.
it is funny. It makes me laugh every time, but that's really not always cool when you're doing an investigation. You hear it, and I start cracking up like Thigh Master. It's like looking at me like, really? But yes, that's the other thing. You can have fun and laugh during investigations. I mean, don't sit and, ruin your entire investigation by, just being loud and obnoxious, obviously. But sometimes when you're having that general communication with your fellow investigators, you sometimes get the most awesome EVPs. Obviously, you have to rule out all your people with you, and that's why I really don't like to have a lot of people with me.
Mm-hmm.
Me, one other person at the most, two. Other than that, sometimes I get a little like, like too many people, too many people. But I have to say, when I went with, Corey and John and Josh, it was awesome because they're investigators. It wasn't like, I think we all worked really well together. It was like we knew what we were each doing, and we weren't gonna sit and kind of piss the other one off, because I think we're all very serious when it comes to what we're doing. But if you got one person who's really just doesn't care, they're just gonna joke around and mess around, and that's just annoying. Just like people who wear Adidas pants or poofy coats and swish, or have a cold and they're wiping their nose, or what have you, or high heels, flip flops. Yeah,
Oh
just
boy.
anything shiny things. I have a whole pet peeve list of things that I'm just like, no, not okay.
Yeah, and that relates back to why you live stream with no one there in the first place. So the contamination is pretty much down to maybe cars passing outside or other wildlife that you may hear like birds or dogs, and that's very important for listeners that are listening right now. If you aren't really keen on all the little nuances and little subtle things that can cause problems in your investigation, you can learn from people like Nicole and us that's pulled our hair out to try to figure out all the little things that you can do to eliminate all the false positives and contamination. And if you are interested in learning, I'm sure Nicole, like myself, would love to hear from you and answer any questions that you would have. Would you agree with
Oh,
that?
totally, totally. I love answering questions. I really don't like when they're, just being mean. I've had those. I try to, respond to and help everyone who I can. I love this field. I want it to be authentic. I want everyone to enjoy their time in this field as hard as it is, because I know lately I've been very challenged, as I have been in the past, with certain things. And I think you're truly love this. Even those things, although they might just piss you off to no end and make you go, why do I do this? You keep doing it, you know?
Hmm.
And as much as I have a love-hate relationship sometimes with the field, but I love what I do, you
And
know, and
I
it's
could tell.
great. And I love working with new people. I love answering questions. I love teaching new people like how to go out and go about things, and just help them out, teach them how to use their equipment. It's very important.
Yes. I know that we start off late, but we're getting to the 10 o'clock mark. So let's just start asking you how people can watch you. I know I linked all the stuff in the live shows. All of her links to her YouTube channel and her social media pages are there in the cards for YouTube and on Facebook. But go ahead and just tell them everything.
Okay, so you can reach me at on Facebook at Nikki Paranormal. That's my public page. Um, I have my personal page, Nicole Novelle. It's getting kind of full. Twitter is Nikki Paranormal, just because Nikki Paranormal wouldn't fit. You can email me, Nikki Paranormal. Okay, and it's so hard for people to say, even harder for people to spell. UNNORMAL. Okay, Para in the front, then Nikki with one K. Okay. Email me, hit me on Facebook. Just send me a message. Don't call me on Facebook because I don't really answer Facebook phone calls. I'm not active. I'm usually investigating and I can't. Or I'm
Right.
reviewing and I can't. But I'm up weird hours and I will be that weird person who replies to you at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So as long as that's okay, send me a message.
Just to make sure that the links are in this description on Facebook, there's a few people that asked. Let's see if I copied it right. Okay. No, there's not. So people on Facebook, you can go to her YouTube channel, which is Nikki Para Unnormal. Is that the YouTube channel?
YouTube.
Okay.
Yep.
And the same thing on Facebook. She has a public page. LiveParanormal.com is another website that she does stuff. So go to check out LiveParanormal.com. Send her a friend request. Follow her. She doesn't do this just for herself. She wants people to enjoy things that they may not, be able to, which is the live stream. All these cool locations you go to, all the stuff that everybody wants to go to. You don't, just go to, somebody's cemetery in their backyard and pretend like you're doing this investigation. So, you can tell that you're legitimately trying to bring these locations that everybody's interested to the public with your live streaming. And that's really cool that you do that. I try to do the same thing, but I do it a little bit differently. But everybody should check Nikki out. Thanks, Nikki. Sorry I've had all this, technical issues that I'm going to figure out at some point. But it's been awesome to talk with you. I support you 100%, and I wish you luck in everything you do.
Thank you. Same with you. And we got to get together and investigate sometime.
Well, I know YouTube and Facebook has been screaming that we should.
I know. And I agree. I can't even see that, but I agree.
So, there's a lot of people that I'm promising that I'm going to do something with. So in 2018, one of my goals is to go back through all my guests on this show and figure out how we're going to make that happen. So Nikki's going to be one of those people on that list in 2018. So we'll try to make it happen for you guys. Have a good night, Nikki, and you get back to it, and I'll be watching and seeing what goes down.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me on, and bye, everybody.
Bye bye. You have a good one.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Nikki Unnormal, Nikki Paranormal, and Paranormal Nikki. All of those can lead you to all of her paranormal research and everything she does in the paranormal field. Super great person. Obviously, very serious about what she does. Check her out at all the locations on the web that we mentioned. So thank you all for listening again. I know I've had these technical difficulties that have been making me pull my hair out, but I work through them. For some reason, when I'm starting this multiple streaming platform on YouTube and Facebook, it causes problems, but I will eventually figure them out. We're going to do a little bit of things differently at the end of the show. We're going to go to the social screen here. if you want to support, not only the show but the paranormal research I do, go to patreon.com at support interface death, and you will see all kinds of rewards that you can get for financially supporting us. Okay, check us out on Facebook, on Necromancer Live Show, and at Interface Death. We're on Twitter at Interface Death, and Instagram under Interface Death. And all your support is very, very important to us. So if you would like to support us using Patreon, that would be awesome. We have a DVD of our latest documentary that's still available called Haunted Higginsport School. Okay, so if you want to see the trailer, it's on our website at interfacedeath.net. It's on our Facebook page at Interface Death. Go check it out. If you want to purchase that, it's only $10 plus shipping and handling, which will take you to $15. So if you want to purchase that DVD, just hit me up at justinbrown at interfacedeath.net or message me at any of my social media networks, and I will give you information on how to get that mailed to you. Okay? Excuse me. We're going to go ahead and shout out our patrons, okay? These are the patrons that pledge each month, and we shout them out on the show and give them credit and all the credits of the videos we do. So Matt Bitton, Jason Boggs, and Clay Bornman, thank you very much for supporting us through Patreon. Your name could be up there, so if this means something to you, check us out on Patreon and let us know what you can support, and check out the rewards that are available on there. YouTube, I'm going to sign off. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but hopefully you heard her just enough to hear what was going on, and I'll try to fix it for you next week. Next week we have Eddie Parks joining us at Wednesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, guys, YouTube, I'm signing off now. You guys have a good night, and thank